Hello again. Our local is lekker, or so they say. If this is really the case, why then is it that we find foreign brands often flooding our markets and outselling locally produced goods? Is it a thing of preference or is it a question of quality? Well, these are some of the questions that Letswalo and Kelebogile Raphiri have tried to answer in a book that they've published, that looking into this. They're joining me now live in studio to delve a little deeper on this and share with us some of their insights. Gentlemen, good afternoon. Welcome to today.
Thank you for welcoming us.
Thank you very much for coming through. So both of you, Kelebogile and Neo, you penned this book. Yeah. Why?
The main issue, or rather the main motivation behind writing this book was because of the market, rather knowledge of our local entrepreneurs. In many cases, we often see many brands that come into the townships succeeding more than locally produced brands who are even prominent for that matter. And therefore, we also see our local residents being not patrons of sponsorship sector. So we wanted to educate our local entrepreneurs and also our consumers about the importance of local sponsorships, to say that not only did we lose a hustling activity, but we lost an essential component of the economy that actually allows our entrepreneurs and producers to be able to access market and to be able to flood their product into the market and be able to familiarize their product with the consumers within the townships.
So now you guys realize there's a lot of ignorance,
yes,
or lack of understanding of how the market works?
Yes. We do understand a lot of entrepreneurs, you know, especially in the township, they are not actually, they're survivalists. So they get into the market in a sense.
Hand to mouth.
Hand to mouth. They don't actually, for instance, if you can look how we actually lost the sponsorship business post 1994, a lot of people were actually promised to get jobs and they actually, you know, just left their sponsorship businesses in seeking for decent jobs that were promised by the ANC-led government.
Kelebogile, tell us, I mean, what did you find? Why do I buy Nike and not Drip?
Okay, that one will be based on actually marketing and also the brand appeal, and most essentially distribution. Drip so far is doing very well, honestly.
I'm just using it as an example,
yes.
Because they sponsor my team now.
Yes. Drip
that's why I remember them.
Drip is actually doing very well, and if you can look, their business model is also centered around distribution. It makes it easier for consumers to actually get it in the market. This is More Fire and Kingsley. Have you seen advertisement of Kingsley soft drink beverage?
No.
No. But Kingsley, so far, according to MoneyWeb, it occupies 25% of the market share of the soft drink beverage, which actually...
And where is it produced?
Kingsley is actually, it emerges from Europe, and it was bought by another company in Cape Town.
But it's doing well in our local market.
It's doing very well in our local market. You know how? Because of the distribution hand of the sponsorship sector. That's why you even see international brands and more national brands that are appealing in the formal retail aisles are now partnering with local sponsorships and are trying to advertise so that they can penetrate the township markets. Because consumers in the townships do not buy, or rather do not spend most of their budget in big malls, but they spend most of their budget where? In the sponsorship sector. That's why now it's very...
And unfortunately, most of the products in the sponsorships now are not South African, eh?
Yes, well, most of the products are not South African. I mean, the sponsorship business is very, very lucrative in terms of introducing a product that is foreign. Because of what is happening is that most of the people tend to have what is called the coincidental buying of a product. How Kingsley actually made it preference, or how Dragon or other snacks, go slows that are there that we don't know, that are imagined, how they actually made it to, you know, become this successful is because of most of the people would actually prefer to taste. And once a person tastes, the person, you know, gets exposed to the taste of a particular product, and now next time it won't be foreign to them. And then, you know, that's how, and for instance, now when you know, the Kingsley started, it had a lot of sugar and a lot of acid. So a lot of people were complaining to say, my friend, your cold drink has a lot of acid, your cold drink. They are giving review when Kingsley comes and, when Kingsley comes and say, how is the product doing? They're saying, a lot of people are complaining about the sugar. They go back and, to actually meet the customer's preferences.
Why do our guys, Kelebogile, what did you find? Did you check? I haven't read your book. I will.
Please.
But why that happened? I mean, why is it that a Kingsley type, which I never heard of this product now, is around in the townships, the locally produced one? Why is it they're not finding that in road? You said distribution is one of the reasons. Is it also maybe ignorance on the part of the consumer?
I will not say that, because that's also something that we are fighting.
Or lack of awareness, maybe.
No, that's also something that we are fighting for, right? It's not that local consumers do not want to support local brands, right? Because in the past, they've been saying that they do not want to support local brands because of the quality that is actually
the local stuff is below par.
Yeah, that is actually accompanied by the local
Which
brands.
most times is just a perception, eh?
That's just a perception, because now you see Small Street is thriving, you see China Mall is thriving. Are they not foreign low quality produced brands? Then why are we questioning the concept of low quality now? Get what I'm saying? The issue now is brand positioning. Where and how fast can I, as a consumer, get your brand into the market? Let's say you stay in Limpopo now, you produce a bread, right? You want to tap into the market of Gauteng. You are prominent in Limpopo. You advertise your bread on social media and so forth. I want to taste your bread. I want to support it. Should I call you and wait for 2 days to receive your bread? When there's Albani, Sasco, and other brands in the market. Get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Distribution becomes a major issue.
A major issue.
And it's not easy for local entrepreneurs to really do it very well, no?
Yes, well, I think local entrepreneurs need to utilize these sponsorship businesses that are there. Because of on our research that we did, a lot of sponsorship shopkeepers, I wouldn't say owners, because of one of the fact is that most of the people that we actually found are shopkeepers, not owners, and there's an apprehension that the sponsorship is owned by 3 people. So it's a monopoly of some sort. But apart from that, what I will actually attest is that a lot of people need to utilize this sponsorship. Shopkeepers or shop owners, they are actually more eager to collaborate with young people. They're saying that they are not getting approached the way Kingsley actually did, the way other products are actually did. So a lot of people should utilize these sponsorship to actually become their distribution, because we know that should you go to Pick and Pay, should you go to ShopRite, there's a lot of bureaucratic red tape that you need to adhere to before your products can be on the aisles, on the shelves. So you need to utilize the sponsorship because there it's more easier for distribution sake.
The target audience, the readership for this book is a sponsorship shop owner, or is it a local producer?
It's anyone in the township who's currently unemployed and who's seeking a way to making money in the township.
Looking for opportunities.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. In the last 2 minutes or so that we've got left for our interview, the title says The Township Economic Mistakes. Okay?
Yes.
You've touched sort of on some of them,
Yes.
but at a high level, when you summarize, I want people to go and buy your book. Of course, we don't want to tell them everything that's in here.
Yes.
At a very high level, what are the key mistakes that you found as you were doing your research in terms of your findings that you can share with us, Kelebogile?
Okay. First of all, is entrepreneurial culture. In the townships, we have a hustling than entrepreneurial culture. It's a copycat mechanism, right? Meaning, in many cases, you find that you open a shop and it's doing well. I also want to open a shop and try to what?
Outdo you.
Yes, outdo you. You get what I'm saying? There are so many local T-shirt brands into the townships. Ne? Many of them, they stock in Forsberg. Ne? Let's say, for example, I'm in Pretoria. It cost me 200 rand to travel from Pretoria to Forsberg to stock a T-shirt. For someone like me, I would simply what? Go to Forsberg and stock bulk of T-shirts and bring distribution of those T-shirts closer, so that many of these brands that are competing into this market can be able to do what? To access those plain T-shirts faster and be able to print faster and access the market.
Now I'll give you the last word. Where can people find your book? Is it still distributing? Have you managed to distribute it very well, by the way?
Yes. The book is available at Sherwood Books online. It's also available on Book Capital in Melville. And now what we are going to revolutionize, we are going to distribute with local clubs, local clubs, local car washes, so it will be easily accessible because of some of the mistakes that we highlighted. We can't be fall prey about them. So we're going to make sure that people can access them.
Thank you very much. That's Letswalo and Kelebogile Raphiri, co-authors of the Township Economic Mistakes. So if you are out there and you want to play in the township economy, get yourself a copy so you get a better understanding of what mistakes to avoid.